Hi guys, it's Izzy, and if you didn't already know, I'm doing more types of videos on my channel, including conspiracy videos. And literally just as I was setting up my camera and all my lighting, I've just thought of like a name for my conspiracy theory videos. Like, feel free to like dislike this and like block my channel, and but I thought I would call it ConspirIzzy. So yes, welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you happen to be new. So if you didn't already know who I am, I feel like I'm kind of losing the plot day by day. Like, I keep diving into this area of YouTube, and once you're in, it's really hard to get out. So I've started to question a lot of stuff, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start off these like weird conspiracy theories with one that's not the hardest to believe. Well, in my personal opinion anyway. Like, this is one of them where conspiracy theories are attached to it, but like the facts alone behind this are weird enough. Like, at the end of the day, you just can't deny that whatever's going on, it's weird. And I showed a video about this actual topic to one of my flatmates who didn't really believe in conspiracy theories before this, but I showed her this video and it changed her life. Like, she was meant to be revising afterwards, but after watching this video, she's like, Izzy, now I'm questioning everything. Like, thanks, I can't revise now. And she was like, Izzy, you know what, I totally get why you're the way you are now. Like, after watching that, it just messes with me. But you know what, let's dive into the facts about Denver International Airport and weird stuff that happens there anyway, and then let's just talk about the conspiracy theories behind it. So let's just start off by saying that Denver International Airport is ginormous. It's got an area of 55 square miles, and if you want to put that into perspective for how big this airport is, it is bigger, well, 1.5 times bigger than Manhattan. Like, I've never been to Manhattan before, but like, I can appreciate that it is huge for an airport. And it was opened in 1995, but it was originally meant to be opened in 1993, but it fell 16 months behind schedule, and originally it was only meant to cost $2 billion, but it actually ended up costing $4.8 billion for an airport. Let's just let that sink in. Like, $4.8 billion. So the airport was built to actually replace, I think it was called Stapleton. Yes, Stapleton International Airport in Denver. So Stapleton was the original airport of Denver, but then 19 miles further away from where Stapleton was, they built the Denver International Airport. So they kind of replaced an airport that was already there with one that was bigger and a lot further away from the city. It was 25 miles away from the city, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere. So the delays arise because they were trying to build an underground baggage system. So it's meant to have like new technology and just make it easier to transport like baggage and like people, I guess, like underneath the airport, just easier. So they were going to do this massive underground system underneath the airport. Apart from, it didn't work. This high-tech baggage system didn't work, and it was costing the airport $1 million per day to just like extend the process of building it. And in the end, they decided, you know what, this expensive baggage system just is not going to work. We're just going to call it a day with this underground system. Well, that's what they said anyway. They said it would be too expensive to maintain the costs of having this underground system, and they said it would cost $1 million per month to keep this system running, and they said, oh, we just can't afford it and it's failing, so let's just stop it. And according to a construction worker that actually worked on it, he said that they just ended up burying everything that was built. And he said that there's actually 5 buildings that are buried underneath the Denver airport. Yeah, nothing worked the way it was supposed to. So, you know what, they spent $4.8 billion and then decided, you know what, it's just not going to work for us. Let's just bury 5 buildings underground. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never heard of buildings being built so badly and the construction just failing so badly that they have to just bury 5 buildings, like not take them down. No, they still remain there and supposedly are not in use or just used for like baggage system anyway. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was spending $4.8 billion on having a really high quality baggage system, I'd try a little harder than just, you know what, let's just bury them. One thing I want to note about the airport as well is that there is a time capsule in it. So it's meant to be opened in 2094, 100 years from the original time that the airport was meant to be built. And yeah, no one knows what's in it, and it's creeping a lot of people out. But you know what, it could just be like, you know, nice pictures of Denver, the time where the airport was built, for, you know, future people to see or something like that. But one thing that is weird is the dedication plaque at the airport. So the dedication plaque has the Freemason symbol on it, and in case you didn't know what this is, it's like the logo of a secret organisation, and they're not the Illuminati, but they're sort of like that's what I can compare it to. They're sort of like the Illuminati. So they've just, you know, whacked that symbol on the front of the dedication plaque at the airport. Also, it says that this airport was funded and built by the New World Airport Commission. Now, here's the weird thing about that. The New World Airport Commission doesn't exist. It's not an organisation. So this airport's been funded for $4.8 billion and no one really knows who by. Now, the only thing is, this sounds an awfully lot familiar to another sort of organisation, like, I don't know, the New World Order. So all I'm saying is it is weird to dedicate an airport to an organisation that doesn't officially exist, and the only similar one to it is like, you know. Now onto the actual like decoration and layout of the airport, because yeah, it's a bit creepy. First of all, people have taken the bird's eye view of the Denver airport runways and they've noticed that it kind of looks like a swastika. That is like clutching at straws a bit, but you gotta admit that like if you're designing an airport, you're gonna kind of check what the design of your runways are gonna look like, and surely you'd notice that a little bit, but I don't know. Now onto the artwork of the actual airport. You know what, like most airports, they do have artwork in them, you know. Maybe they've got a sculpture of an aeroplane about to take off that really, you know, sets the spirit of the airport. Or maybe it's a really nice painting used in bright colours and pretty patterns, but you know what? Not the Denver airport. Nah, the Denver airport has murals where people are on fire. There's a soldier resembling a Nazi officer that is stabbing a dove of peace, and a letter from a child from Auschwitz. Now, the Denver airport has actually outlined the process in which like art's accepted into the airport. So first of all, they get a panel of community members and fellow artists, and then they've got to approve it. And then it must be approved by the mayor to actually, you know, go up in the airport and be commissioned. So they accepted this artwork. Like, I'm just trying to relate this back home, and I just keep thinking of, you know, my local airport, the Birmingham airport, and I'm just trying to picture them trying to pitch that to like a load of brummies, you know? Like, haha, they'd be having none of that. They'd be like, mate, 0121 do one with that. But no, it's been accepted into the airport, so, you know, you feel really at ease when you're about to get on your flight. But anyway, this has been like disputed by the artist himself, Leo Tanguma. So he says that he's painting peace and harmony with nature, which is this one. It's supposed to be about man-made environmental destruction and, you know, like the issues of like global warming and all that. And that the children of the world dream of peace is actually about children overcoming, you know, military oppression. And at the end you can see them actually all above the soldier that is, you know, on the floor, presumably dead, and the children, they're in peace above, and the doves are there, and it's all sound and grand. Like, I get artwork is supposed to be thought-provoking, but like in an airport, really, like. And next is the sculpture of the horse, which has been nicknamed Lucifer. So this is a 32 feet high statue of a horse with eyes that glow as you're taking off from a plane and landing into the airport. So don't worry if you're scared of flying. Denver airport really puts you at ease the whole journey of your flight. Now, the weird thing about this sculpture is that it actually killed its sculptor, Luis Jimenez. As he was building it, the horse's head fell on his leg and actually ended up severing an artery, and unfortunately he did pass away from building this creepy horse. Now on to the conspiracy theory section of this video. Like, I think we've established that Denver airport is a weird place, so I'm going to start off with one of the most far-fetched conspiracy theories, and this is, I've heard this like floating around on the internet a bit, and I mean, so this is one that I've heard from a couple of people on the internet who have like been to Denver airport, and they've just like documented their experiences there, and they feel that Denver airport is the gateway to hell itself. But they claim that the horse statue actually represents the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. And you know what, that the artwork itself is creepy, as we've established, and they just believe that it's actually the gateway to hell. And not just that, some people have claimed that it's really eerie inside the airport itself, like they feel like they're constantly being watched. And I've even heard witness statements of people not being able to leave the airport. They say that the exit signs all lead to each other and they can't physically get out. And then also that people have turned around and they've seen entire terminals just disappear behind them. So there's that conspiracy theory. Now on to a few more conspiracy theories which are a bit darker. And these are the ones that people actually believe the most, you know, out on the internet, you know. The first one I'm kind of debating whether or not to actually put in this video, because I don't want to sound like I'm making like light of a serious matter or anything like that, because obviously this topic is a bit sensitive. But people believe that it's just a FEMA camp waiting to be in use. Like, obviously I don't want to sound like I'm just talking about this topic just for entertainment and like that I'm just making light of the matter. If you want to have a look at what FEMA camps are, I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but if you want to have a look at what FEMA camps are for yourself, then please check that out. But that's like what a couple of people think that this might be, but obviously there is no evidence behind that. It's just a theory that's out there. The next one, and in my opinion this isn't too unlikely, but it's that the Denver airport is actually just a bunker for the global elite. You know, in case something happens like the apocalypse, or someone presses a big red button and everyone needs to go and hide, or that there's a giant global disaster. Like, people think that they've made a giant almost city and giant bunker underneath the Denver airport. Like, for me it doesn't seem too far-fetched that if something did happen, like if there was a disaster, that they'd have a backup for all the billionaires to, you know, escape to and survive. And why not Denver airport? It's clearly gigantic, it's got a lot of underground room to it, and I believe if my research in geography is correct, it's like halfway between LA and New York, which is where like a lot of the rich people in America are. So you know what, it'd be easy for them to get to because it's like slap bang in the middle. So that has been my latest conspiracy video, and for me this case is just such an interesting one because, you know what, there's like actual facts behind it, like there's actual stuff there that you've got to think about, because it's just too weird not to even just think about. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Denver Airport. Do you believe it's just an airport with weird decorations? Do you believe that it might be, you know, a backup bunker? Or if you've got any ideas for yourself, what you think a giant airport with lots of underground space could be used for, let me know in the comments and I will love to read them. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I make new videos every single Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and if you guys got any requests for videos, then I'd love to have a look at them. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Bye.